Michael Dell, the billionaire founder of Dell, who is worth $28.6 billion, was asked what he thought of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's proposed 70% marginal tax rate for any wealth made over $10 million. Now, before I show you this clip, I just want to say, don't get bothered by his initial ignorance, because he is going to get absolutely destroyed by somebody else on the panel. Watch.
There are growing calls to address these inequalities, particularly the wage inequality, with more taxes. In particular, in the United States, there's been a call by Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez to tax people earning over $10 million at a 70% tax rate. The current top rate in the United States is 37%. Michael Dell, do you support this?
I just want to say I'm thrilled that they're asking.
Wow, what a great question. Well, look, I mean, you know, my wife and I set up a foundation about 20 years ago, and we would have contributed quite a bit more than a 70% tax rate on my income, on my annual income. And I feel much more comfortable with our ability as a private foundation to allocate those funds than I do giving them to the government.
All right.
So no, I'm not supportive of that.
Well, Keith.
And I don't think it would help the growth of the U.S. economy.
Oh, that's interesting. And can you say a little bit more about why? Why you don't think it would?
Well, name a country where that's worked, ever.
United States.
Briefly, in the 80s.
No. From about the 1930s through about the 1960s, the tax rate averaged about 70%. At times, it was up as high as 95%. And those were actually pretty good years for growth. So I don't have a strong opinion on that proposal. A lot of the devil is in the details. But I think it's there's actually a lot of economics that suggests that it's not necessarily going to hurt growth.
I mean, this is one of my favorite videos. And the guy that, the MIT professor, Eric Brynjolfsson, who claps back at Michael Dell there, he doesn't even seem like that strong of, you know, I don't think he's this huge progressive, but he is aware of history. He's aware that during a certain point in history when the U.S. saw the most growth, it was during a time of high marginal tax rates. So during Eisenhower, during his 8 years, the top marginal tax rate was 91%. 91%. And that was on individuals making $200,000 or more. Now, in today's number, that's about $1.7 million. But imagine if AOC, instead of saying 70% on any wealth made over 10 million, she said 91% on any wealth made over 1.7 million. I mean, understand how moderate AOC's proposal is. So 70% on anything over 10 million really isn't that bad for the wealthy. It could be a lot stronger, as it was in the past under a Republican president. Now, I just want to, I have to go over some of the back and forth here in this video because it was so funny. So the moderator is like, Michael Dell, do you support this? And then the entire crowd laughs. Because it's almost like, there's like this built-in assumption. Well, of course a billionaire is a fucking greedy prick. We all know that. Ha 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 ha. Like, it's not even, and Michael Dell himself laughs because he knows he's also a greedy fuck. This, we all just buy into it. Oh, of course Michael Dell's not gonna be for this. So funny. Like, when did it become okay to be a greedy fucking asshole? I mean, I get maybe the laughter is more because of people are uncomfortable by the question, but we know that Michael Dell, from his response here, is a greedy prick. He doesn't need $28 billion. Nobody needs $1 billion. No, I can make an argument, anyone can make an argument for saying no one needs over $10 million. But Michael Dell has over $28 billion, and he doesn't think he should be taxed more. He thinks the money is best used when he decides where it goes. Despite all the evidence, despite all the facts that show that everybody was better, that the middle class was strong, that the working class people were strong under higher, much higher top marginal tax rates. So, and there's a lot more to comment on this video. So there's like Michael Dell, name a country where that's worked. These people are, I mean, is he stupid? Does he not actually know history at all? I don't think he does. Look, you could try and make an argument here saying, oh, he's pretending he doesn't know. No, I really don't think he understands. I really don't think he knew that the top marginal tax rate averaged 70% over a span of 30 plus years. I don't think he knew this. I don't think he knows that the top marginal tax rate under a Republican president was 91%. I don't think he knows this. These people are not intelligent. They have, of course, look, of course they have their areas where they are smart, but in terms of how the system works and the history of how that system is operated, they don't know anything. So Michael Dell, I'm sure he's very good at computers. That's what he does. But anything outside of that, he's a fucking idiot. He doesn't have to know anything because he's just benefited from the system that has enabled him to amass this amount of wealth. And this moderator here, I mean, oh my God, if I were her, I would be so embarrassed. Oh, well, yeah, maybe briefly in the 80s it worked. The 80s? The fuck you talking about? The 80s under Reagan is when everything got reversed. I mean, how can you be a moderator in front of these people and not even know these basic facts about history? So this is just, again, I got to give credit here to this MIT professor. I think I'm saying his last name right, Eric Brynjolfsson. Just, and like he wasn't mean about it. He was just stating reality. Well, actually, yeah, under higher marginal tax rates, the economy grew. Everyone was doing better. So this, I don't know. I'm just constantly bothered and amazed at the ignorance that these people with all the wealth and all the power have.